go to the doctor now, and now they give me my step-to-step of how we was gonna start the procedure. So now I had to wait till my menstrual cycle ended so that I can take the birth control, which kick-started the beginning of my IVF process. Then I had to take fertility drugs. This told my body to produce more eggs than normal, because the more eggs I produced, the more chances I had of my eggs getting fertilized. At the doctor's office, they gave me all the information I needed to be able to order my medication. So I went online and placed my order. Okay, a few days later, I received a big box come to my house with all the injection, medicine, and everything I needed to start my injections. And as I opened the box, this is when reality kicked in. I realized that this is really about to happen. I seen all the medicine, injections, the biohazard box to put all the injections in when I was finished, everything I needed to start my process. Even while I was opening the box, all I can think about, I have never gave myself any type of injection. I don't know how I was about to do this. That day kind of was like reality really setting in, that the journey is really about to start. I really have to face my fears and not be scared of anything that happens that is gonna be a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna get through it. I've never been so nervous and scared in my entire life. Not knowing how I was gonna feel, not knowing what was going on at the time, but I just knew that after this, everything is go after this. First day of injections. Oh. Let's see how it goes. The first one went every 3, then every 2, then the closer that you get with your egg cycle is the closest amount of days that you have to go. So the first time, I had to go the first time, she gave me the instructions, then I had to wait 2 days and go back. For me, was not even injecting myself. I think the hardest part for me was more so going to that doctor's visit every 2 days. It's so hard because they have to do an internal sonogram every time you go in. So they push that shit in your vagina.
Can you tell me what is an internal sonogram?
Oh my God, that's very vulgar. So, because they gotta push the thing in your vagina. And it sucks. My first time I went to the doctor visit, every time you go, every 2 days, she gives you a spreadsheet of how much medication you have to give yourself twice a day. So if it's 1 dose, 2 dose, she writes it down for you so that you could follow the schedule, because it has to be done at a certain time and it has to be done a certain amount of times a day. Depends on how much eggs you're making or producing. So everyone is different. Even though I was going through this procedure and still trying to get myself in the right emotional space, nothing stopped at that point. Life still goes on. I still have to go to work, and I still also have to run my full-service salon that I have. Please keep in mind that my job is not a normal job. I don't work in an office. I am a correctional officer, and because the job schedule is never permanent, it's always a up and down. So even if I think I'm going in for 1 shift, it might be a very high possibility that I'm not gonna be able to go home and I have to stay another 8 hours. You go into work, you don't know what your shift is gonna be, you don't know when you're going home. I still also gotta keep in mind that I still have to keep my schedule going, and I still have to keep my injection schedule with the time of the days that I need to take my injections and my doctor's visits. That was the most exhausting part of this whole procedure, because balancing life itself and also balancing a whole new chart of life is also very difficult. Life never changed, so it needs to continue going, because that's the money that's the place that's providing the money that I needed to do the procedure on my own.